And here we go, fight fans, once again, 3 rounds. This in the light heavyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. He is a mixed martial artist standing 6 feet even. Weighing in officially 204 pounds. His professional record stands at 8 victories with 7 defeats. Fighting out of Alfreton, England, here is Lloyd, the Maverick Clarkson! And next, his opponent across the cage, fighting out of the red corner. His background is in Vale Tudo. At 6 feet, 2 inches tall, he too weighed in 204 pounds. In 4 professional bouts, he is unblemished with 4 victories and no defeats. Fighting out of Belfast, Northern Ireland, here is the undefeated Karl. Referee in charge, Peter Lavery.
Referee Peter Lavery about to get this one underway. 3 5-minute rounds in the Cage Warriors light heavyweight division. Karl in the black shorts.
Okay, Lloyd, you ready?
Lloyd the Maverick Clarkson in the red, black, green and white. Touch of gloves and we're underway, and it's Karl taking the centre of the cage early, Josh.
Yeah, southpaw stance for Lloyd Clarkson, although he's very square on, now switches to orthodox and southpaw for Karl.
Going in with a knee early was Clarkson. Nice punch to the body from the Maverick. Clarkson's been around the block, Josh. You just can't buy that kind of experience. And experience really is what Karl is looking to build up at the moment. 4 fights, but he's kind of fighting once a year. He needs to get that consistency if he's going to mount a serious challenge on the light heavyweight ranks. A big knee there from the man from Northern Ireland.
Oh, good dexterity and balance in the takedown there from Karl, but I'm really impressed with his guard and his striking at the moment. He's throwing some very interesting selective shots. That screw lead hand, there we go again.
Lovely stuff there from Karl, keeping that chin tucked in tight. Clarkson's hands a little bit more loose. Nice straight left there. The backhand shot lands it again. Does more.
I mean, you know, Lloyd Clarkson said he has a lot of ABA boxing experience. Of course, the one thing you can't really do that you would do in boxing is hold your hands up as a guard, because the gloves are so small that, you know, straight shots and curve shots just find their way straight through the guard, like you see there.
And again, screws that one up. Oh! Knee! Unbelievable knee.
That's
from Karl.
the second time he's looked for that, and really landing on the button there.
He felt that one at cage side. Nice uppercut. Kick straight up the middle from Moore.
Well, it's a very relaxed tempo so far on this striking from Karl. He's really just controlling the range, throwing the strikes he wants. And at the moment, Lloyd Clarkson looks a little bit lost.
Picking his shots. Clarkson firing back with 2 there.
I mean, that was a good example. You can't really just try and grab someone's hips. You've got to set out the strikes, change your level, and
wobbled him. Big head kick. More unloading. The head kick KO is on the Cage Warriors bounty list. $2,000. Nice combination there. For Moore, he's taking his time.
What I really like is he's not trying to load up on every single one. He's trying to stay relaxed and just throw technically proficient strikes that, of course, in volume are going to build up and really find the mark.
He's not fighting like a guy who's just got 4 professional fights to his name. A really measured performance here from Karl.
Well, I mean, in fairness to him, it's a very measured performance, but at the moment Lloyd Clarkson's not really throwing anything back at him. You can see everything just looks a little slow, a little heavy from Clarkson. Again, that takedown attempt, not coming behind strikes and really just trying to bend over at the waist without actually changing level.
Moore taking the centre of the cage.
I really like how Moore is tucking that chin right behind that lead shoulder as well. Staying nice and composed, and he's constantly circling to the weak side of Clarkson as well.
We'd love to hear your predictions at home on social media. Use the hashtag CWFC70 at Cage Warriors. punishment just piling up now. Karl Moore throwing what he wants, landing what he wants.
Again, that knee, it's a really good combination for him. He knows his opponent's going to try and duck his head down, but again, Clarkson just looking very flat-footed here. So again, in boxing, you can do that. You can put your head on the guy's chest, but here you're going to get plumb clinched. You're going to find a knee coming towards your jaw.
Clarkson sporting a couple of mouses, a couple of mice under his eyes. The damage certainly becoming visible now. Big knee to the body that time from Moore.
I think the body
hook to the head.
Yeah, I think the body's a really good option for
spinning back elbow from Moore. That's on the bounty list. Spinning knockouts, $2,000 in your bank account.
Well, look at searching for the head position, Karl Moore. Good work from him. What a decisive first round. I mean, very little offense from Lloyd Clarkson. He's showing the damage on his face. And Karl Moore able to do what he wanted.
We're going to take a look at some of that offensive output from Karl Moore now. Absolutely hellacious knee. We felt that one at cage side. Right on the button, and props to Lloyd Clarkson for taking that one. Big head kick there. Karl the bounty hunter throwing the spinning attacks as well. Screwed that uppercut to the body, hook to the head to follow it, and a nice elbow there on the way in.
I mean, it's strange, the tempo almost looks like a sparring session in the gym. And ordinarily that's not a good thing, but that's going to keep Karl Moore very calm.
Come on, guys,
and
let's
I think we're just going to see more of the same in this second round. You know, it's one of those things, the volume of these strikes will build up and will build up, and the fatigue will set in to his opponent, and you know, eventually that opening for the finish might come, but it might be nice to see him really try and push for it here.
Touch the gloves, and we're back underway. The second of 3 5-minute rounds, if they need them. Cage Warriors light heavyweight division. Lloyd the Maverick Clarkson in the multicolored shorts, Karl Moore in the solid black. Slightly more aggressive start from Clarkson here in the second round. Lands a nice right hand there. He's got to be careful putting his head down to the chest like that when he comes in though, Josh.
Yeah, I mean, he's been doing it over and over again, sometimes in a takedown, sometimes as a reflex of defense or strikes in the pockets, and that's much better from him. But again, you see,
he gives the head up.
Just bends over at the waist and really puts himself in a lot of danger. A nice sweep from Karl Moore, looks to sprawl his leg out.
Pushes the head down beautifully there. And gets straight out of dodge.
We've seen a few times as well, just to re-establish the range, that head control, that straight arm deflecting the head, the way he wants to keep it. And again, you see just the feint has got Clarkson ducking now.
These shots coming from all angles. Straight punches, the hooks, they're all there. For Moore. And that eye swelling shut now, the left eye particularly for Lloyd Clarkson. Really closing up under that punishment. Oh, a nice left hand there from Moore.
I mean, I think what I find frustrating about Clarkson is clearly he wants to try and take Karl Moore down. So you've got to change level. At no point in any of these takedowns has he bent his knees. You've got to bend your knees, keep your back straight, and really try and go underneath your opponent and then surge up underneath their strikes into their hips. At this point, he just keeps trying to bend over. He's putting himself in unnecessary danger, and it's making it easy for Karl Moore to counter every single one of these exchanges.
Oh, a nice punch to the body there from Moore. Stalking his man around the cage. Nice knee to the body from the man from Northern Ireland, getting into a bit of a slugfest here. Three, 4 shots. Clarkson just laughs it off and smiles at his man. Head kick attempt there from Karl Moore. And Moore's got to be thinking, what do I have to do to put this guy away now? Because he's landed some solid shots here, Josh.
He has, but they haven't had real nasty intention on them. You can just see, you know, when there's a zip to the punches and the strikes that really go searching for the finishes. And, you know, it's a strange clash, because the sensible thing is for Karl Moore to just keep doing what he's doing. It's very effective.
Oh, and a huge right hand! That's wobbled Karl Moore.
Wow.
Lloyd Clarkson still very much in this fight, Josh.
Yeah, that has reminded Karl Moore that he is in a fight, and maybe Lloyd Clarkson can take something from that. We have seen Karl Moore rock in that Richie Knox fight. He got very nearly finished early on.
Big knee up the middle from Moore. He's back Clarkson onto the fence. And again, Clarkson chucks that looping right out, trying to repeat what he did just moments ago. Caught in the plum clinch though, a nice elbow on the inside from Moore.
Yeah, switching it up. I love it though, one big strike landed from Lloyd Clarkson and it's opened Karl Moore up.
This is not Lloyd Clarkson's first rodeo. He's been in positions like this before. Extensive boxing background, as you say, Josh. He's used to being in fights. He's used to being in scraps. That's something that perhaps he has over his opponent. And of course, Karl Moore way ahead on the scorecards here. But as we saw from that one punch landed, Clarkson still has the power. A big knee up the middle though from Moore.
Jumping front kick, love it.
Bit of Lyoto Machida style there.
I mean, look,
the man from Northern Ireland.
The combinations from Karl Moore are lovely. I mean, he's finding different target areas, mixing up the knees, now the lead elbow. I love that.
Final 10 seconds of the round.
You know, the hooks, the straight shots, the now front kicks. It's really mixing the striking the target areas up, which is none are quite doing enough to really put Clarkson away here.
Both men now with a little battle damage from what really has been an intense 10 minutes of action, Josh. Some big shots landing on both parties. We're going to take a look at some of the second round action right now. Beautiful straight teep to the body.
Yeah, as I was saying at one point, I think the body's a really good target for Karl Moore.
Just about caught that kick on the forearm to Clarkson. And there's the shot that wobbled him. Yeah, and you see advancing and just not landing the follow-up shot there, Josh.
Yeah, and you see just a bit too much of a delay between when he thought, oh, I've landed this and I should try and flurry forward. The end swell being put to good effect on Mr. Clarkson there.
10 seconds, clear the cage! Seconds, let's clear the cage! Joe, give him a weight down.
Of course, we are back on Cage Warriors for Cage Warriors 71. Just 6 days from now, next Friday, we're live in Amman, Jordan.
Give us your towel.
Jack the Joker Hansen with the first defense of his Cage Warriors middleweight title. When we next see you for Cage Warriors 71 on Friday. Still much more to come tonight though here, Josh. Third and final round, Lloyd Clarkson, Karl Moore. Can Clarkson find a way back into this fight?
Well, he's still clearly got the power there to pull something off, but he's at a range disadvantage, and obviously as his eyes start to close as well, as you see, the more of the shots are going to get through from Moore.
And another big overhand punch from Lloyd Clarkson there. Still throwing with intent, Moore answering right back though.
I do love that screw shot from Karl Moore. It's been successful for him every single time he's tried to throw it. I'd perhaps like to see him create a few more angles in the striking though. He's staying very square on, maybe throw a couple of strikes, then just cut that slight angle, and that really changes the entire dynamic of the next incoming flurry.
And the pace is just not letting up here, Josh. You expect this kind of action from the 155ers and below. We've got two light heavyweights here, absolutely throwing down in the third round.
It's a slugfest for sure.
Clarkson just taking everything that's thrown at him from Karl Moore. And you've got to think, if there's ever a time to just bite down on that gum shield and go for it for Lloyd Clarkson, it's got to be now.
Yeah, absolutely. He's got to just try and put together a sustained effort. Not 1 or 2 strikes, but 3, 4, 5. Try and dig deep here.
Moore just blasting away with those straight punches. Goes for the jumping kick again. Straight left gets through. Had a lot of success with that straight left hand in the southpaw stance.
There was a good opportunity for a body lock there for Clarkson, but he chose not to pursue it. Seems to have resigned himself now to not being able to grab the hips or upper body of Karl Moore.
And Clarkson may realise that it's going to be a one-hitter quitter or nothing. Moore, though, racking up points with these combinations. Clarkson a bloody mess. Moore bleeding from the nose too. I mean, beautiful shot to the body there.
It is going to be very hard for Clarkson to see these shots coming now. I mean, his left eye is closing massively. So I'd love to see maybe that right head kick straight over that lead shoulder, or at least a big right hand over the top. I mean, anything to the left side is going to be really tough for Clarkson to appreciate that it's incoming.
2 minutes to go in the third and final round. Clarkson and Moore just biting down and slinging leather here. A real rock'em sock'em affair. Still some incredible fights to come here tonight in Dublin as we reach the halfway point of our main card. Let us know on social media what's been your favourite scrap so far at Cage Warriors with the hashtag CWFC70. We'd love to hear your predictions for tonight's main event, co-main event too. And of course the excellent fight between Andrew Fisher and Artem Lobov as Karl Moore looks to up the tempo a little bit. Moore having to clear his nose out there, Josh. A lot of blood coming from his nose.
It's the second
affecting his bleeding. Breathing.
Well, both work.
Nothing's affecting his bleeding apart from the punches of Lloyd Clarkson.
It's the second or third time he's had to clear his pathways there, but it's been a good performance from Karl Moore. I'm sure he'll be disappointed he hasn't been able to get the finish. I mean, that shows how tough Lloyd Clarkson is, but other than that,
3, 4 shots in a row there.
He's pretty much had it his own way.
Final 30 seconds as Karl Moore tries for the plum clinch. Nice short elbow to Moore. Slicing and dicing with those elbows, going straight back to the straight shots on the outside. Final 10 seconds of the fight, and they are throwing down. Clarkson and Moore both landing big shots. Are we going to see a spectacular finish here, Josh?
Well, we might do. They're both trying and both valiant in their efforts to the end, but that is going to be a decisive decision win for Karl Moore.
If you look up Slugfest on Wikipedia next week, you may well see a link to the video of that fight. Let's take a look at some of that third round action. Plenty of it for our guys in the truck to choose from, Josh. Beautiful straight shots there from Karl Moore.
Yeah, and you see, even deep into this third round, when they're both bloodied, they're both battered, look at Karl Moore's guard. Still high, still tight, still tucked behind that lead shoulder. Left hand still attached to his chin. I'm really impressed with that striking performance from him.
This final flurry at the end. Both guys landing shots. Clarkson trying to charge in for another go. Couldn't quite make it though. Real strong stuff from Karl Moore. And perhaps as the Cage Warriors light heavyweight division grows, we may be seeing a future title contender in the young man from Northern Ireland. A few more performances like that, and you certainly got to think he'll be throwing his name in the hat in 12 months' time or so. as Cage Warriors looks to build a light heavyweight division here in Europe. And as we await our judges' score tallies, our cage crew having their work cut out for them, cleaning up after that one.
Yeah, doing a good job of it though. It'll be very interesting to see how the judges tally this one. It's just from a point of view, I mean, I think all the rounds were decisive to Karl Moore. It's just whether there were any 10-8s in there.
Well, we are about to find out. The scores are in, and we'll throw it to Joe Martinez in the cage to make it official.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards. We have a unanimous decision. Judge Barry Oglesby has it 30-27, while judges Leatherby and Cartledge reach the score 30-25. All 3 for your winner by unanimous decision, and still undefeated, Karl Moore!
As expected, Josh, a big win there for Karl Moore.
Yeah, 2 10-8s and a 10-9 from 2 of those judges. I mean, that's a decisive victory as you're ever going to see.
Really did throw everything but the kitchen sink at Lloyd Clarkson. And credit to Lloyd Clarkson for an incredibly tough performance there against a young man from Northern Ireland.